Hi, in this video, we are going to start off our virtual meeting application. And in order to do that, we need to actually have an introduction to Moralis. Throughout this course and throughout this project, we are going to use Moralis for blockchain integration. The help it provides us is that instead of calling the blockchain directly, we will just use the APIs that Moralis has provided for us. For instance, if I go here, I have the option to choose from Wallet API or NFT API, and inside here, I can just get the native balance of an address with copy and pasting this function instead of calling the Metamask extension and calling the blockchain itself to get my native balance. It will make our lives easier. But before doing this, we need to actually authenticate our MetaMask wallet. For that, we are also going to use Moralis as well. So let's go to this authentication API. And inside here, we have the tutorials to use MetaMask with React. So this is what we need actually. And if I scroll down, I will have like a fully working example. So I can just copy and paste this segment of code and it's going to work completely fine. But since we have some different requirements from this boilerplate code, I will copy and paste some of it and modify it a bit so that it will be more suited for our requirements. Let's actually copy these import lines first, and then we will start. And by the way, I will also provide this link in the description below. So inside here, let's define a hook that's called useAuthentication. And inside this hook, I want to isolate all the authentication related functionality so that only this hook will actually modify what we are going to do with our MetaMask wallet. So let's start with setting an address. So this address and use connected is something we are going to get from use account provided by WAGMI. You can think of WAGMI as a helper to connect our MetaMask to our application. So this is what Moralis is using as well. This is a third-party library. This is not Moralis themselves. And inside here, I need to define the injected connector as well. This use connects followed by connector of type new injected connector. So these are the basic functionalities that we need. And when we have this, we can actually implement this handle connect, which is going to be really similar to the tutorials one. But the only difference I'm going to make is actually I'm going to wrap it in a try catch block so that we can catch the errors if we encounter any. If we are already connected, I will call handle disconnect, but we don't have it yet, so we can keep it for now. And inside, I will just call connect. And as I said, if we face any errors, I will just console log the errors so that we can see what error we are getting. Similarly, let's define handle disconnect as well, which is also going to be async. And I will do the similar thing of try catch block so that we console log the error. And inside here, it's going to be pretty similar. I will just use await disconnect. I will get the disconnect from actually use disconnect. So this on itself will work absolutely fine. But what I want to do differently from the Moralis case is that I want to store the address and if I'm connected or not Boolean value in our context so that we can access it easily and it will be stored throughout the refreshes of the pages. In order to do that, I already have a context and this is going to be provided in the templates as well so that you will not need to implement it on your own. So in here, in the context, we actually have a set address and set is connected functions from use app context. Actually, let me show you the inside so that it will make more sense. Inside, we are storing two values. Address is obviously string and disconnected is Boolean. And we are exporting two functions to set those values. What I have done in this use authentication hook was just setting the values based on the values we have in here. So in here, I will call set address from the context with the address that we are getting. And you can see this address is possibly undefined. And since this is a TypeScript folder, this is not going to go well. So in case it's undefined, I will just pass in empty string. And I will do the similar thing for is connected, but is connected is always going to be defined, so we can just set it as it is. And we are going to do the same thing for disconnect as well. And now actually we are done with the basic functionality. But in order for other classes to refer to this hook, we need to return address from here and is connected from here. Also the functions. Because if you want to connect to our MetaMask wallet, we are going to be actually calling this handle connect. And similarly, if we want to disconnect from our MetaMask wallet, we are going to call this handle disconnect, so that everything related to authenticating the MetaMask will be staying in this hook, like a more modularized way. And since we don't need this use sign message, I'm just going to delete this import. And yeah, basically we are done with this hook. So I hope to see you in the next one, where we will interact with the token balances and token metadata.